Hello, everybody. Suzanne Kellner-Zinck with Dawning Visions. Hypnosis here to talk about what I find overwhelming, at least for the last 5 years or so. It's not just the fakeness of our society today. It's not the overwhelming advertising and, I don't know, I guess, invasion into my life with people wanting to show me their next best, greatest, whatever they have to sell me, especially as a business person, because my information is all over the internet in terms of how to contact me, because that's the only way clients can find you. Especially rude is when they go into my contact sheet on my website and they want to sell me their crap. People, if you're doing that, stop it. Our contact sheets are not there for your sales medium. Pay for your advertising or do as I do and go on social media and find your people ethically. That being said, my real problem with overwhelm comes from having to endlessly, consistently explain to people why hypnotism and neurolinguistic programming are hands down the best ways that I know to help people overcome emotional problems. I'm talking about emotional problems that are emotionally based, not emotional problems that are actually physiologically based, such as hormonal imbalances, drug interactions, side effects, genetic mutations, and, shall we say, lack of metabolizing nutrients from food. Those are physiological reasons that hypnosis can only help to the degree that we can help the body to do what it needs to do, or to help the person stop doing those things or living in the places or eating that stuff that is causing them problems. I'm really speaking about emotional problems such as anxiety, endless worrying about stuff, most of which will never ever happen, dealing with negative thoughts and behaviors that are causing distress, such as procrastination, feeling social anxiety in social context, fearful of doing presentations, and a bunch of other stuff, including helping my anorexic and bulimic and sex addictive clients overcome these terrible disorders that they taught me how to help them heal, mind you. Hypnotism works because we're going into the subconscious mind, folks. Those are where the drivers of the negative behavior and the negative thoughts that create the negative behavior occur. You can talk endlessly to a therapist about what is happening and why it happened. And then they'll give you some cognitive behavioral therapy or some other stuff in order to help you to be able to reframe how you're doing what you're doing. But it's really hard to do that consciously because you have to be thinking about it and put it into place as you are doing it. Not so easy. It can be done. People do it, and some people swear by it. But I'm here to tell you that if you can be programmed in the subconscious mind to do these things automatically, i.e., without thinking, why would you not want to be able to do that? Not to mention that it's really easy to let go of so much of the trauma that we've experienced through hypnotic techniques. It takes minutes, maybe a few hours in most cases, to clear all this crap out of your life, usually forever. Not everybody's forever, but most of my clients, like 95 or more of my clients, it's forever. I don't understand, but people don't understand. These healing techniques have been around for thousands of years. Preachers use them, going back to Africa, many thousands of years ago, with the drum circles and the singing and the dancing and all that stuff. And all these ancient cultures have used forms of hypnotism in order to help people heal. The sleep temples in ancient Greece and Egypt used hypnotic techniques. They all understood. And then The experimenters and the doctors of the 1700s helped us to use the better techniques of hypnotism. They didn't call it that until Dr. Braid came along and named it hypnosis, because it looks like a person's sleeping, but they're not sleeping. They're highly focused on the hypnotist, able to do what they need to do in that state. Because all we're really doing is, as my first hypnosis trainer, Julie Griffin, stated, is doing meditation with a purpose. There's an outcome that our clients want to receive. That's the purpose. So I invite you to check out the description below and how you can schedule a video call with me so we can see if we're a good match, because I'm not a good match for a lot of people. I hold my clients accountable to do what they need to do in order to get their results. And sometimes they don't like the things that I have to say to them. But honestly, if you want to heal, you need to deal with the realities as they show up. And this information is coming from your subconscious mind anyway. It's your expertise, it's your inner wisdom, as the beautiful Marilyn Gordon used to call it, inner wisdom, subconscious mind, telling us what we need to know in order to help you to overcome your problems, because that's where the answers reside. What is the unconscious mind? Well, it's your amygdala, where your emotions reside, and it's your hippocampus, where your very imperfect memories reside. And the younger you were when you created those memories and limiting beliefs, the more they're not going to make a whole lot of sense as an adult. And the reason people have these problems in the first place is because they're using outdated defense mechanisms that were formed by your subconscious mind. So I take it a step further and I get people in their higher conscious, Carl Jung's ideal of the collective unconscious, bring them to whatever they believe their divine is in order to quickly and effectively heal them of their issues. It's beautiful. It's magnificent. It's the easiest way I know how to work with folks and to get them healed once and for all. Seriously, folks, it's time to move on. If the things you're doing are not working, it's time to try something new. And it's time to love yourself enough to invest whatever it takes to heal. God knows I've invested, too much money to actually put out there in life between my therapy appointments when I was much younger, 14 years of that crap, and medications that caused my kidneys to start slowing down. Luckily, my psychiatrist at the time was very smart, had me do a creatinine level. That's a urine test. To find out that that's what was happening with my kidneys, and took me off the drugs. And then a few weeks later, Tad James helped me get rid of the bipolar 2, which was known as manic depression back in those days, in 2004, with 5 minutes of timeline therapy. All I needed to do was to know which negative emotions needed to be, shall we say, released, gone forever. 5 minutes, people, instead of 14 years. That's the difference when you have someone who knows what the hell they're doing. And Tad James most certainly knew what he was doing with timeline therapy, since he developed it and researched it for years. So there you go. I would love to be less overwhelmed by having to continuously tell folks to start using their mind in the way that it was created to be used, and to work with those people who know how to use it in the way it was meant to be used. So simple, so effective, and you can do it all from your home, because all my work is done online now. I don't live in America, I live in Albania, so it's all online. There you go, folks. I hope you found this interesting, perhaps helpful, and you're willing to dive deeper into finding out more about the magical world of your subconscious mind and how to use it to heal of your emotional problems. As always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Till next time. Bye-bye.